What's going on, everyone? This is Derek, and today we're talking about the Punisher Ride. It's a race that happened in August here in northern Utah. This is the shorter version. I do have a longer one, about 18 minutes or so. If you'd like to see that, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to share that with you guys. It just has more details, more footage. But we're going to be talking about this race, the category 4-5, and kind of how it went for me. So this is how the course worked. Start line and then to probably about first 5 miles or so, it's totally flat. As you're seeing right now, really just your normal. It was like a group ride, right? There was a few like times where it strung out with higher speed, and it was just single file. But no one's getting dropped right now. It's super flat, super easy, and there's like no wind at all. But after the flat section, the first climb, which took us up to Monte Cristo. It wasn't like that steep. There was a few parts that kind of started to sting a little, got dipping or tipping maybe over 5-6%. But it was fairly steady. There was a few parts that flattened out, even a little bit of a downhill in some parts. But we rode that with a lot of surging, and that is that works for some, that doesn't work for others. For me personally, with the type of training I've been doing the last year, which is kind of like none, I'll just let you know that it's been minimal. That really hurt me. Here's an example right now. I am having to put in a little bit of an effort here to move back up to the front of the group. That's where I like to stay in pretty much every road race, mostly for keeping myself safe from any kind of crashes and stuff like that. With a really long course like this, someone's bound to cross a wheel, right? We were really fortunate, 0 crashes, at least that I saw in my category. But anyway, I have to put this effort in to get back to the top or front of the group because everyone just kind of surged around me. I was riding like a steady tempo. I was enjoying myself, right? No, that wasn't good enough for everyone. See, here's another one. The guy kind of comes up. These little gaps would open up in the front. Sometimes they're actually a pretty good size, and everyone kind of panic, rush up to it. And, I'm sitting here, why did that gap open up in the first place? But, that's racing. That's okay. But these kinds of things really had an effect on me throughout the entire day. We're going to talk about these 2 younger riders right in front of me. Both I don't know, under 17 years old. The one in the white jersey, 2 riders in front, his name's Vigo. I didn't catch the kid in the front of me. He's in a A-block jersey. If you recognize him, let him know he's in the video. It's always nice to see yourself in race footage. But he's going to look back, see that the group is now starting to string out, some riders falling off. He starts attacking. He wants to drop as many as he can. I'm going to get to the front of that when it's my turn and not pull through. And luckily, no one else pulls through. I kind of want to shut that down because I was hurting at this point. I don't know what's coming in this climb. I've never been, anywhere near it before. So I don't want to find myself in a situation where I'm in the red and all of a sudden the road pitches up even further and someone else attacks. That's definitely going to get me dropped. Just want to give a quick shout out to my friend here on the left. His name's Morton. He's been training really hard for a while now, and it really showed. He finished second in his race today and was absolutely killing it all day. Really opened up some gaps, making others hurt. Good job, man. This climb's been going on for a long time now, and everyone's getting really fatigued, except for Morton there. Look at him, he on the left. He is really smooth. He's well within his abilities. But let's check out Vigo right in front of me. He's rocking back and forth. It's a lot of effort to get the pedals going just to stay in this group. I look just like Vigo, probably worse. I'm really starting to hurt right now. My heart rate has been high. And you see that rider waving, come on, dude, let's go. Well, you know what, guys? I just got dropped. I just mentally couldn't keep pushing on anymore. I just didn't know what was coming, and it had been hurting too long. So I let these guys go. They didn't, I didn't lose sight of them for maybe a mile and a half. I just kind of rode at a more comfortable pace to try and catch my breath. I know I'm a little bit faster on the descents and pretty quick on the flats, so I figure if I can get enough of a rest, I might be able to catch up to him again before the final climb of Powder Mountain. Coming up on the left, we have Breen. I met him earlier in this year at a group ride. Super cool guy. Glad he bridged back up to me. He was dropped a little bit earlier in the first part of the climb, and we are making our way to the feed zone and turnaround point. Before that point, we see the front group just hauling butt to get down the descent. We stop at the feed zone to grab some snacks, top off water, and book it down the descent also. For the most part, it was a really uneventful descent except for a really, really close call we had with a deer. He just came flying across the left side of the road, and luckily he cleared our path just in time. There's no way we would have been able to brake or anything. It would have been really bad. So I feel really lucky that we walked away from that. And other than that, the descent had really beautiful views, and the road surface was excellent for really high speed. We were exiting the descent and see a rider stopped on the left side of the road. He was from that front group, so he must have had a mechanical of some sort. He tries to jump onto our wheel, and we welcome him on. We let him jump on because we have been alone for over 15 miles now and coming into the flattest parts of this course. So the more the merrier. We want someone else to take a turn and to draft off of. We do actually pick up one other rider, fortunately, too. So four of us, nice fast pace line all the way to the base of Powder Mountain. We did have some laughs about how it'd be funny to just, kind of forget the mountain, just head to our cars at the start and drive home. Actually, one dude that in our group, in the blue and brown jersey, he actually did that exact same thing. He probably started the race never, having any intention to finish that Powder Mountain because it's so hard. But yeah, we were just here trying to survive. There was no other signs of the front group, so I'm figuring at this point we're not going to catch him unless someone else blows up on Powder Mountain. So I'm alone on the lower slopes of the climb. Look up and see a sign that says 16%. Powder Mountain is no joke. I was a little bored at this point, so I was just kind of pulled off my camera and it was talking to it, messing around. But I was just really trying to forget what the pain right now because I took it's got like 50 minutes probably up this thing, I'm figuring, and I don't know, there's no one behind me, I don't see anyone in front of me. I start weaving all over the side of the road, 4 miles an hour, right? At one point I was going so slow that my Garmin went into auto pause mode, so like less than 2 miles an hour, I think. And it was so difficult, and I just didn't care what happened. I just had one goal in mind. I did not want to stop. I didn't want to take any breaks, put my foot down. I was able to meet that goal, but it took a lot of willpower. Finishing the Punisher ride, crossing the finish line, beautiful race, but absolutely brutal. Hopefully we see it next year. There's Morton and Breen right there. Congratulations to them, and congratulations to anyone who finished this race. It's no small achievement. If you have any general comments or questions, let me know. If you saw anyone in the video that you recognize, let them know. It's always fun to see some race footage. Until then, ride safe. I'll see you next time.